You wake up already tired, you go through the motions, eat, scroll, pretend to care. You smile when required, you nod when needed, but inside, you feel nothing. Not angry, not sad, just numb. This isn't laziness, this isn't weakness, this is a silent epidemic. A creeping fog that slowly drains your energy, motivation, and will to live with purpose. No one talks about it, because if they did, they'd have to admit something terrifying. We are not living, we are distracting ourselves from feeling. Every minute is filled, scrolling, watching, eating, anything to avoid the silence, because in the silence, the truth speaks. And for many of us, it's not a truth we want to hear. Burnout isn't just physical, it's emotional. You think you're burned out because of work, but the truth? You're burned out from pretending you're okay, pretending to care about things you've long stopped believing in, pretending to be productive while your soul is quietly shutting down. We think burnout is about doing too much, but often, it's about feeling too little. When you suppress your emotions for too long, especially anger, grief, shame, your body doesn't just store them, it becomes heavy, sluggish, exhausted. This isn't depression in the clinical sense, it's the weight of unfelt emotion, and it is killing us, slowly. The modern world has engineered your brain to feel good for the wrong reasons. Every notification, every scroll, every like, dopamine, not fulfillment, not connection, just stimulation. You're not tired because you're not sleeping. You're tired because your brain is stuck in a loop. Chase, reward, empty, chase again. You're constantly overfed but starving. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually. No wonder you're numb. You've been overstimulated and undernourished. Stoic philosopher Seneca warned about this 2,000 years ago. He said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. But now, we don't just waste time, we use it to avoid ourselves." You don't want to feel angry, so you bottle it up. You don't want to feel sadness, so you distract yourself. You don't want to feel grief, so you numb it with food, shows, scrolling. And what happens to the emotion? It doesn't disappear. It waits. It festers. And then one day, you wake up and feel nothing. That's not peace. That's not healing. That's emotional paralysis. You've avoided so long you've lost connection to your own spirit. Marcus Aurelius didn't run from pain, he studied it. Epictetus didn't numb himself, he examined his suffering like a surgeon. The Stoics knew something we've forgotten. What you avoid will destroy you. What you confront will transform you. You think feeling your pain will make you weak. But suppressing it is what's made you numb, tired, and lifeless. Real strength isn't in the hiding, it's in the facing. The Stoics believed in staring life's harsh truths in the face, because clarity is power. And when you stop running from your emotions, you reclaim that power. There is one tool you've been avoiding, one practice that every Stoic held sacred. Stillness, just you. No music, no screen, no food, just silence. And yourself. Terrifying, right? But in that silence, you start to see what's really going on inside you. Not just surface noise, but the real aches, the buried regrets, the truths you've been trying to scroll past. And once you see them, truly see them, you can begin to heal. You don't fix emotional numbness with more noise. You fix it by going quiet, long enough to hear your soul again. How to feel alive again in 5 daily acts. So how do you begin? How do you go from numb and drained to present, calm, and full of fire? 1. Wake up in silence. No phone, no distractions, sit, breathe. Let your first emotion be real, not manufactured by a screen. 2. Journal honestly, no filters. Write the thoughts you're scared to admit. Let your pain speak, it's not your enemy, it's your mirror. 3. Move your body, not to punish it, but to wake it up. Stretch, walk, breathe fresh air. You're not a machine, you're alive. 4. Practice negative visualization like a Stoic. Every morning remind yourself, you will face difficulty, people will disappoint you, but you will remain unshaken. 5. Feel one emotion fully each day: joy, anger, grief. Pick one, let it rise, let it teach you, then let it go. This is the daily discipline of someone who is alive. You are not broken. You are disconnected. Let me say it again. You are not broken. You are disconnected from yourself, from your values, from the present moment. And it's not entirely your fault. The world profits from your distraction. But that also means the power is yours to reclaim. You don't need to be happier. You need to be clearer. You need to stop numbing, stop avoiding, and start feeling. even when it hurts. The warrior's way: choose pain over numbness. A Stoic is not someone who doesn't feel. A Stoic is someone who feels everything, but still chooses their response, still chooses peace, still chooses power. You don't get there by accident. You get there by training like a warrior. And here's the truth: most people will never do this work. They'll stay tired, they'll stay unmotivated, they'll stay numb, not because they're weak, but because they're afraid of their own mind, afraid of their own truth. But you're here, and that means you're different. Here's your challenge. For 7 days, begin the day in silence. Journal your rawest thoughts. Avoid scrolling in the first hour. Sit still and feel your emotion, no matter how uncomfortable. Reclaim 30 minutes of your day for you. No stimulation, no escape. At the end of 7 days, you won't be numb anymore. You might feel tired, you might cry, you might shake, but you'll feel. And that means you're alive again. Your numbness was never the problem, it was the symptom. Now, you have the cure. Feel again, breathe again, live again.